in Turkey. And within Syria, there was a earthquake. And so the earthquake had just devastating consequences, specifically within the area around Turkey and Ankara. And I was working with a woman who, her and her husband had pastored a church there for 20 years. And they had been working to build the church up. And the highest number they'd ever gotten into the church was maybe between 20 and 30 people had attended the church in their 20 years. And they shared how the ground was just so difficult. It was just so hard to gain any ground for the gospel. And what happened in that earthquake, although it was devastating, and it was especially devastating for her and her husband because in a community of 400 people, 350 people died. And so they had people that they knew and that they loved and that they'd ministered to for years that were gone. They lost their home, they lost their church. But what happened and what God did through that is we helped to provide counseling services for her specifically. And then we also worked with individuals who were going in and just working to support the church. And they created this community that they were living in containers and tents. And really it was about survival at first. It was about meeting the relief needs. It was about giving water, giving food, giving blankets, whatever the community needed. But over the course of a year, God took that community and through meeting those physical needs, just drew more and more people in. And now they have over 300 people at times coming to their little church there that's meeting with no building and just coming to hear the gospel and coming to hear about Jesus.
When wars happens, disasters happens, earthquakes, bombings, and people are scattered and they have no refuge, the church becomes a place of refuge for them to reach out to them, not only with a food package, but with the gospel message of Jesus Christ, so people can hear about who this Christ of the Christian is and how they can have a relationship with him.
We started a center for women called Zarqa Life Center for Women. Right now we're serving around 65 to 70 widows, and every day between 25, 30, 35 women, they come to that center, and with different ages between 20, 25 years old and 90 years old. Some of those ladies, they can't come to the church, so we go there, we serve them, and we have a lot of great stories. One of the ladies, she was 78 years old, and she never been at the church. And when they invited her to the centers, she came and she started enjoying the time with those ladies who are there. And one day they decided to visit her, and when they reached the house, knock on the door, nobody opened. And at the end, they discovered that she had a stroke and laying on the floor. So they called 911 in Jordan, and so they came and admit her to the hospital. 2 days later, they visited her and she accepted the Lord. And 3 days after that, she passed away. And we felt like, that center is making a big difference on those women's lives. I would like to thank God because of Ananias. They partner with us in two projects, the widow ministry and also the cafe ministry. And we were able to reach out 100 of women and young people, show them the practical love of God, and also to share the gospel with different ages. We do charity work, but we're a church. We're serving the Lord. We're sharing the gospel. This is our main goal, to share the love of God and to tell people that Christ died for you.
So I invite you to invest with us to equip an open door for the local church to share the gospel through humanitarian, through relief, through the current need of their community.